Very upset. I'm here at Georgetown. I'm the president of Georgetown Right to Life, and over the years, I've heard many hateful things against conservatives, and this was so blatant and in people's faces that it made me feel very worried for my other friends who share my similar beliefs.
There you hear a partisan battle being fought in the nation's capital. You already know about the government shutdown on Capitol Hill, but the left and right also at odds on the campus of Georgetown University. Let's bring in campus reform reporter Emily Sturge and Turning Point USA Georgetown chapter vice president Shay McInnes. Thank you both for coming on. Shay, to you first. I mean, you're at Georgetown, and first we had these posters saying, "Hey, fascist, catch," kind of mimicking the whole bullet casing of the Charlie Kirk shooting. And now you have these KKK posters. I'm wondering what you think as being a conservative on campus there. Are you concerned? Is the concern rising at all, Shay? Tell us about that.
The concern is definitely rising. I think all conservatives have noticed that since the death of Charlie Kirk, we have seen the temperature ramp up. We have seen threats against conservatives, people who think that for our ideas, for what we believe, we should not even be alive. It's incredibly alarming. And even more alarming is often universities are very slow to act when this type of stuff happens. You know, the university has put out a statement saying that they've located a person of interest which they barred from campus. But that's not enough when these posters are so alarming and actively threaten every single conservative. We need to know who is behind this, whether they're tied to other associations or groups, if there's foreign funding involved. And we demand that the university provide us all of these answers so all students, regardless of their political beliefs, can feel safe on campus.
Those are all good questions. You're exactly right. Meantime, Emily, Fox News writes the following here. The Georgetown Voice headlines, let's put this up on the screen if we can. It says, what did Fox News write? Quoting here, flyers reference KKK found on Georgetown campus. The flyers read, "Lefties, be careful what you wish for. Not threats, just truths, KKK." I mean, is this giving young conservatives confident? I mean, what is this doing? I'm kind of concerned because, you know, you think there is not a lot of legwork being done on this, as Shay points out.
Look, these posters on both sides are evidence that college campuses have become recruiting grounds and breeding grounds for extremism. I mean, it's more than just a couple posters. This reveals that our campus culture has a tone of violence to it, and students are caught in the middle of it. That student group at Georgetown University, I'm reporting on it at the Leadership Institute's Campus Reform. It's called the John Brown Gun Club. It's a radical, far-left group tied to Antifa, tied to those attacks on ICE agents. And when we look at these radical campus groups, along with the divisive and violent rhetoric we hear from university professors in the classroom, it makes sense why students are so desensitized to political violence and are falling into these traps of radicalism.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Meantime, Shay, I want to get your take on this because the LA Times headline, it reads, Bad Bunny will perform Super Bowl 60's halftime show, likely in Spanish. Cue the MAGA meltdown. I mean, my question is there really a MAGA meltdown, or are conservatives just curious about picking somebody who doesn't seem to be all that enthused about the United States?
Yeah, I don't think this is a meltdown at all. You know, often conservatives are told, don't focus on the culture wars, just stick to policy. And I very much disagree with this because it is culture and it is what's promoted in the culture that shapes public opinion. And then public opinion ends up shaping policy and shaping how so much of what happens in the country. And it is curious because after the 2024 election was in very much a repudiation of this anti-Christian, anti-American cultural leftism that the Democrats tried to socially engineer into every aspect of society. And for the NFL, whose audience is in large part Christian, conservative, and supportive of the president, for them to promote something like this, it is really alarming. And I encourage conservatives to use their voice and use their platform to speak out against this. And, you know, the Bud Light campaign from a few years ago showed us that that type of activism is very effective.
Okay, so we've seen these memes, right? I mean, it's Emily, they're everywhere. The whole Chuck Schumer and Jeffries wearing the sombreros, and they call it racist and so on and so forth. J.D. Vance said this about the meme war.
Oh, I think it's funny. The president's joking, and we're having a good time. And I'll tell Hakeem Jeffries right now, I make this solemn promise to you that if you help us reopen the government, the sombrero memes will stop.
It feels like the left has kind of lost their sense of humor a bit this last week or so. What do you think about that, Emily?
They certainly have, and the right is making America laugh again. I love to see it. I will admit there's comedic gold on both sides, but the right is certainly winning when it comes to the statistics. When you look at the sombrero meme, it had over 35 million views on X. And when you look at Hakeem Jeffries' response, 1 million views. I'm not even the one saying it. It's the statistics that are saying it. I think America has clearly shown which side they're on this Schumer shutdown.
Yeah, it's amazing because you had Chuck Schumer and you had Jeffries giving a statement. It got like 100,000 views. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Bernie Sanders just light up the internet, and it tells you who in the world is running that party over there. Shay, Emily, thank you both.